Hello, Gemini. This is your monthly reading for April 2020. This is for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising in Gemini. This reading may not resonate with everyone. This is a general reading. This is formatted differently than my usual reading. I'm going to be pulling one card for each week of the month, so 4 cards, and then clarifying with 2 cards from my other deck for each week. And then I'll be pulling 2 messages from the universe and 2 crystal grid oracles as well. Okay, so we have the devil for the first week, and the devil kind of it's not necessarily a bad card, but it deals with, it could deal with your shadow work, with addictions, it could be sex, kinky sex, a lot of different things that are not necessarily like bad, but sort of like bad. And then week 2, we've got the Ace of Cups, which is new beginnings. The cups are the emotional cards. And then in week 3, we have the 8 of Pentacles. And then in week 4, we have the Chariot, which is choices, making choices. So we are starting April off with the devil and ending it off with the Chariot. Okay, so this will be interesting. Let's clarify the devil here. Okay, so we have the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. Okay, and so this to me, it says that you're kind of dealing with something and feeling as though you're kind of looking at the negative side of a situation, even though it is coming to an end with your 10 of Swords. That's the end of a situation that was really rough for you. Very chaotic, I guess I would say, and you're feeling really defeated and deceived, and even though there are some good things going on in your life, perhaps you're not really seeing the positive side of things. You're only seeing the side where the devil card kind of took over that. So yeah, it just looks like you're dealing with some pretty intense emotions in regards to a situation or a person that wasn't really good for you. Okay, so this is a pretty good sign. We've got the Ace of Cups as your original card for week 2 that I pulled, and then to clarify that, we have the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So that's the Queen of Swords is sort of someone who deals with something quickly, concisely, gets it done, communicates very clearly what it is. This looks to me like, after what you have been dealing with and going through, that there's a new idea, almost like a new like this is the energy that you're putting out. Instead of being emotional about the situation, now you've decided to be logical and to deal with it in a firm way, and to to just start making things happen, to move away from whatever that situation is. Like, this is really great energy here. This is being strong-willed. This is being able to start fresh and go after what it is that you truly want and get away from what it is that you don't want to. You're being very strong in this. So in the third week here, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, and that's always the diligently working card. Working hard, mastering your skills on a certain thing, or really just being focused on getting better at something. And we've got the Three of Wands here. So it looks like you have had to make some choices here. You have some choices coming up in regards to these things that you've been working on. Maybe this situation has really has caused you to sort of take that new idea, that new attitude that you have towards the okay. So we've got the Three of Wands and the Death card. Okay, so what that's saying is, whatever you're diligently working on, it's helping you to make the choice to close the chapter there, to be done with this, to be done with whatever this shadow is, that's going on for you. Like, you're making choices here. You're moving towards that. And then, the Death card, that's closing the door so another door can open, and that's leading you into the Chariot here. The Chariot is those big life choices that you have to make. Could change the trajectory of your life. Okay, so we've got the Hermit and the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is, to me, that's kind of hermit energy too in its own way, where you're going within because there's something that's not making you happy, but passively you're sitting on it too much. Really contemplating it. It's the Hermit does that. The Hermit goes within and contemplates things in order to make a choice. So this is saying that you need to go within yourself so that you can figure out whatever this shadow work that is that you're dealing with, like, it can come to an end as long as you are willing to do the work and look on the brighter side of things as well simultaneously. It's hard, but it's very possible. Let me get you 2 messages from the universe. Woo! One of my favorite cards from this deck, and it's Happiness is my birthright. Okay? Happiness is your birthright. It's not a destination. Okay? It's not something that you have to work for. Happiness is something that exists and you're allowed to feel it. No matter what situation you're in, no matter where you're at in life, you're allowed to be happy. And so regardless of if things aren't the best for you, just work on feeling grateful and happy for the things that you can, so that you can start manifesting more of that, so that whatever this is that you're working so diligently on, you can sort of cast aside, right, and welcome the new stuff in. Because when you start working on that shadow work and you just get rid of it, it makes space for new stuff in. And boy, does it feel good to just get something out of there, Your second card is True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. So even if something triggers you, even if something makes you feel a certain way, or it makes you feel, super upset or anxious, there has to come a point where you get frustrated with that and you decide that I'm not going to be feeling this way anymore about this situation. I'm going to figure it out instead of going around in circles and repeating the same cycle over and over again. I'm going to pull 2 crystal oracles for you. The first one is courage. Okay, courage. So I'd say that's the courage to face whatever it is that's ahead of you head on, and work through it. Because that's the only way. That's the only way to have better things, is to let go of the not so good things. You're allowing it to take up space. And then compassion. All right, compassion is the other card that you've got. And I think this is you having compassion for yourself and realizing that you may not be perfect all the time, but loving yourself unconditionally and having compassion for yourself, just like you would have compassion for anybody else who was hurting or in pain. You need to give yourself that compassion as well. So Geminis, I hope this helped. Thank you so much.